Here at the World Socialism Forum in Beijing, delegates from over 30 countries are exploring some of today's most pressing challenges in the world. One of the discussions focuses on post-war international order, modern imperialism, and how socialist ideas could offer solutions. But 80 years since the victory in the World War II, why does the world still in such uncertainty? What's the root cause behind that?
Because of capitalism development. I mean, capitalism is not only a moral question. Geopolitics is not only about the will of the leaders of one country or another. It's how capitalism developed. And in this moment of history, we are seeing the concentration of capital in few hands in over almost every sector in the West.
战争的根源没有从根儿上消除。
The root causes of war have not been addressed at its root. Fundamentally, and in theoretical terms, imperialism, which Lenin identified as the source of war, still exists. And imperialism breeds conflict. On the other hand, the forms of this rivalry have changed, now manifesting as trade wars, tariff wars, financial wars, and cognitive warfare. For this reason, the world remains a place of instability and conflict rather than peace.
Many scholars are arguing that the traditional liberal capitalist development are struggling to meet the challenges of the 21st century, and that's why alternative paths are gaining attention. Socialism is one of them. So what kind of wisdom can socialism bring?
中国式的现代化，其中一个很重要就是我们是和平发展的现代。
We are committed to a Chinese path to modernization, which is fundamentally based on peaceful development, not aggression, plunder, or colonization. The very fact that a nation of our size, history, and population is on this path makes it the single greatest force for ensuring peace in the world.
People don't really care what you call it, capitalism, socialism, whatever you call it. You have to solve their immediate problems. They need to feel that their problems can be solved. They don't want promises, they want solutions. And if a country that's poor looks at China, for instance, where this very poor country had been able to abolish poverty, they don't care what you call it. They say, I want a little of that. I want my problems to be solved.
For a lot of people, at least in the West, some call them socialism, or some don't call them socialist, but it's anti-racism, it's feminism, it's the colonial theory, it's defending the global South, it's not accepting the genocide in Palestine. I mean, the values that support socialism are spreading, confronting this aggressive and violent way of imposing of the white supremacism. The collaboration with China is more needed than ever. Also from inside China, I mean, to know about what all the people are thinking in Europe. Threatening this collaboration, I think, is part of this deconstructing the imperialist way of doing things in this century, which is clearly not an imperialistic one. It's going to be a more beautiful one.
From post-war lessons to modern challenges, discussions point to one key takeaway. International cooperation and shared development remain central to building a fairer and more stable world.